Welcome to the Pernix Cyber Podcast, where we discuss trending topics in cybersecurity. I am your host, Felix Jimenez, and I appreciate you joining us for today's episode. Today is a very special episode as it is July 4th, 2021. Happy Independence Day, America. And I wish I had happier news for you, but unfortunately, LinkedIn had a data breach. I was alerted to the data breach by a friend of mine from my graduate school cohort, Nabil, and the notification discusses a compromise of over 700 million users. Now, to give you some perspective, there are 750 million LinkedIn users, so that's about 92% of its users that were affected. So here are the particulars. A hacker obtained the information utilizing a technique called skimming. Now let's quickly talk about what skimming is. It is the unauthorized capture and transfer of data from one source to another. Its purpose is to commit fraud. The data that was reportedly exposed includes phone numbers, physical addresses, geolocation. So geolocation is the process or technique of identifying the geographical location of a person or device by means of digital information processed via the internet, so they know where you've been. And finally, inferred salaries. So while this is bad, unfortunately, this isn't, the first time that LinkedIn has suffered a data breach. Back in April, 500 million customers, their data was exposed online, and it included email addresses, complete names, account IDs, and links to social networks. So LinkedIn emailed a statement saying, and I quote, "While we're still investigating this issue, our initial analysis indicates that the data set included information scraped from LinkedIn as well as information obtained from other sources. This was not a LinkedIn data breach, and our investigation has determined that no private LinkedIn member data was exposed. Scraping data from LinkedIn is a violation of our terms of service, and we are constantly working to ensure our members' privacy is protected." Now, I want to say, cover something really quickly, that the statement referenced scraping, which means the extraction of data from a website. The hacker in question says that he obtained the data through hacking the LinkedIn API, which is an application programming interface, to gather the information that people were uploading to LinkedIn. While the information that was leaked didn't include the passwords, it's still information that can be used for illicit or nefarious purposes. These threat actors, or bad guys for lack of a better term, use this information for identity theft, and phishing, but phishing with a PH. And I'll cover that in a second. So phishing is the fraudulent practice of sending emails purporting to be a reputable company in order to induce individuals to reveal personal information such as their passwords or credit card number, which we've talked about recently in our podcast. So we're always going back to the consistent theme here at Pernix Cyber, which is that we encourage our subscribers to take precautions. For example, did you know that LinkedIn has a feature called a two-step verification? So from your cell phone, if you go to the LinkedIn app and you click on your profile picture, it'll actually take you obviously to your profile and not the data feed. And once you're in your profile, you'll see that there is a little gear on the upper right-hand corner. You click on that gear, click on sign in and security, and then scroll down a little bit, and you'll see the two-step verification. Do me a favor. Please turn that on. And if you can, please consider turning it on for all of your other social media applications. The majority of them have that feature available for you guys to use. This is going to help you protect yourselves from these folks that are always looking to do something nefarious, like steal your identity or separate you from your hard-earned cash. Here on the Pernix Cyber podcast, we're looking to arm our listeners and our subscribers with information to be able to continuously protect yourselves. That, ladies and gentlemen, is today's episode. I do hope you'll consider subscribing so that we can continue these conversations on trending topics in cybersecurity. As always, stay vigilant.